David De Gea has been a long-term servant of Manchester United, but in today's game, his keeping style has become dated. The issues with him commanding his box, proactiveness off his line, and his distribution in particular aren't the calibre required for a high-level European team, and everything suggests that United should be finally cutting ties with our Spanish goalkeeper. De Gea ranks in the bottom of the Premier League for crosses stopped percentage, bottom 5 for defensive actions outside the penalty area, and bottom 5 in pass completion over 40 yards for all keepers. But statistically he is on the verge of breaking Manchester United's all-time clean sheet record. There's been reports suggesting that United are prepared to offload our long-term number one in the summer of 2023. Despite him wanting to renew his contract, United don't appear to be on the same wavelength. During the Woodward era, we extended his contract and made him the highest paid goalkeeper in the world, and we do not get value for money. Players are pretty reluctant to take a pay cut for anything other than, massive circumstances which have forced the hand of that. And I just don't feel that's going to happen. Now, his contract expires in the summer, although United do have an option to trigger a 1-year extension should we want it. But it seems like Ten Hag might opt to go for a new goalkeeper. We've been rumoured to be doing a bit of scouting work and sort of making early inquiries with a number of different keepers. And we've been linked with some keepers in the past that are worth looking at. One in particular is Porto's Diogo Costa. We did a scout report on him, had a look at him, and he was actually largely disappointing at the World Cup when all the eyes were on him. De Gea has shown a lot of improvement, I would say, this season. But it doesn't seem to change the overall sort of attitude he has to proactiveness and claiming things and a little bit of aggression at certain times. And with a modern high line in football, his weakness might be too far ingrained to fix entirely. But there is an emerging star that United should be all over, and that's Guglielmo Vicario. And I definitely apologise for how I said that first name. It's a good effort. Guglielmo. I'm just going to call him Vicario from now. So Vicario has turned himself into a bona fide star with Empoli, backing up the stellar campaign he had last year, going from strength to strength in the current season. He's really starting to project himself as a keeper that is capable of reaching world-class status at a bigger club. He's already starting to get interest, so his price has already started to creep up, and it will increase very much in the summer, particularly if Manchester United pick up the phone, as it always seems to do. Italian teams are quite renowned for being tough negotiators, and it could potentially be an awkward deal, but it's one that I think is very worthwhile. So he's 26 years of age. As I said, he's playing at Empoli, goalkeeper. What's his attributes? Why is he an upgrade on David De Gea? So when it comes to the shot stopping, not really that much between them, really. David De Gea's reflex stop shopping is excellent. And Vicario is an excellent shot stopper. He's got good reflexes. He's very agile. He had an insane triple save against Roma that went viral. You may have seen it. It's one of the best bits of goalkeeping that you're ever likely to see. Really adept at saving with his feet, very similar to David De Gea. He's got a presence about him. He's 6'4". He has got the size and ability to come and claim crosses. He is vocal. And he seems like he's a bit of a good penalty stopper, makes himself big. Something that has been a bit of a frustration with David De Gea. He just doesn't save penalties anywhere near as often as he's statistically meant to do. His proactiveness, his reactions are brilliant. He's very alert, very proactive, double, triple saves, seem to almost be a bit of a trademark of his. And his ability to recover back to position is good because he's got good footwork. His distribution is good. He is technically sound. He is comfortable in possession, which I don't know what happened with David De Gea. I don't know if United need to look at the goalkeeping coaching setup, because under Eric Steele, he had this. He was really good at chipping little balls just over an attacker's press into the fullbacks. Really good at it. And it just disappeared from his game. But Vicario's got this in his locker already. Very comfortably in possession, an obvious upgrade on David De Gea. And he accurately does that, clipping out to the fullbacks on a regular basis, still doing it constantly. Now, when you look at the data, he is second in Serie A for defensive actions outside the penalty area with 39. He leads the league in average distance of defensive actions, which means he is getting his arse right out the box. He is the third best pass success over 40 yards. So the eye test is passed. I mean, the fact he went viral with that triple save, you know the eye test is there. Watching him for a couple of games, you're going to go, oh, wow, yeah. He's a massive upgrade on the data. Now, it seems like not many outside of Serie are hot on him. He's getting a little bit of heat inside Serie because no matter what team you play, you're playing against Empoli at some point and going to be like, he was good. He's never played for the Italian youth teams, and he's yet to make his senior debut with the first team, although Mancini has called him up twice. It was just a matter of time before both the big clubs in Italy and across Europe start noticing this guy. He is talented. He likes to keep a low profile off the pitch, and he is an absolute difference maker when it comes to his performances in between the sticks. We have done so many of these scout reports. I mean, even the fact that we did Nonto in the summer, and then we see him come and score against United at Old Trafford. There are plenty of talents out there across the world. If United ended up with a Diogo Costa or a Vicario, we would have done well. I think we would have done fine with it. There is so much talent out there that tangibly improves Manchester United. I'm not even getting into the likes of Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez was like a couple of million when we first spotted him. If we're able to do this, running a YouTube channel, then how does Manchester United, with the scouting network that we've got, not pick up on some of these absolute gems? Seriously. We've seen Dortmund sign, however, from Schlotterbeck onwards. The scout reports that we're doing, people are getting signed within months of us doing them. And we are just going out there and looking at what's out there. Vicario's going to move, right? You will see him playing for a big club within the next 18 months. Mark my words, right? And you're all going to come back to this video and say, shit, there's an opportunity here for United to cement goalkeeping position for probably the next 8 to 10 years, comfortably with this dude, for next to nothing. If you got him for 40 million or less, you've robbed him, because he's going to be that good for that long. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've seen him, if you're rating him, if you're having him, would you take him over De Gea? Is it time for the new era? All that stuff in the comments. See you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.